treat you like. In my last cigarette, I'ma 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 treat you like.
Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you
I'ma
like.
treat it, baby.
In my last cigarette,
About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like.
I'ma treat it, baby.
In my last cigarette,
About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like.
I'ma treat it,
In my
baby.
last cigarette,
About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like. In my last cigarette, 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 I'ma treat you like.
Hope it don't end the
In my last
same
cigarette,
way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like.
I'ma treat it,
In
baby.
my last cigarette,
About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way.
What is up? We are back. Black, it's early in the motherfucker.
Same way.
God damn. Shout out to everybody at the corporate plantation.
I'ma treat you like.
I'ma treat it, baby.
In my last cigarette,
Shout out to everybody out there. My brother Dave from No Compromise. Yeah, that last story was crazy, huh, Dave?
last cigarette,
James Youngblood, everybody out there, Shawnee, Philly in the building.
I'ma treat you like.
Erica, Florida in the building.
In
We
my
got
last,
Texas in the building.
I'ma treat you like. In my last
Lawrenceville, Georgia in the building. Georgia in the building, period. Atlanta, Georgia in the building, period.
cigarette, I'ma treat you like.
Vegas in the building. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Shout out to everybody out there handling business, doing what you got to do to survive. Everybody out there I fuck with. Time is time. My homegirl, Jerica, Melita, Tasha, Mariah, everybody out there. Shout out to you. Man, I think we starting to learn our lesson, man.
I'ma treat you like. In my last cigarette,
I mean, we got a decent topic today. We gonna get into it. It's minding our own business is right.
in my last cigarette, I'ma treat you like. In my last
It really is right. The reason why I'm saying it's right, man, we gonna get into it right now. I just got a couple things to talk about, so let's get into it. Man. Man, we got a great topic today. We got a real good topic. We got some actors coming out. Remember before, y'all remember how I kept saying I'm not going to do any podcasts on the Israel-Palestine war. We're not even going to do no podcast. We're not even going to give it light. We're just going to keep it moving. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing. There's a reason why those strategies work. Now, all these people are coming out. Actors, athletes. Your boy, what's his name? Golly, I forgot his name. The white boy that did the Tribe Called Quest documentary. I forgot his name. He get on my nerves too. All these actors and just people, they're mad because Foundational Black Americans won't participate on choosing a side in the Israel-Palestine war because that's not our business. We are attending to FBA business. We're not native blacks, as Dr. Clyde Anderson calls it. We ain't got time to be worried about what the fuck everybody else doing. That's not our business. We don't got a dog in that fight. We're not choosing a side. You know why? Because that's not our business. And now black folk are learning how to mind their own fucking business. And that's what we're going to do. So now we got this actor. She's been on a lot of stuff. Juliana Margulies has released an apology after her recent comments on a podcast stroke controversy. Let's see. Actress Juliana Margulies apologizes Friday for recently claiming black people were brainwashed to hate Jews. I am horrified by the fact that statements I made on a recent podcast offended the black and LGBTQ LMNOP community. I truly love and respect. I want to be 100% clear. Racism, homophobia, sexism, or any prejudice against anyone's personal beliefs or identity are apparent to me. Full stop. Margulies continued throughout my career. I have worked tirelessly to combat hate of all kinds, anti-Semitism, speak out against terrorist groups like Hamas, and forge a united front against discrimination. I did not intend for my words to sow further division, for which I am sincerely apologetic. On the back room and with Andy Ostroy podcast last Monday, Margulies claimed that black people have been brainwashed to hate Jews, and that a black lesbian club at Columbia University put signs up saying "No Jews allowed." She and Ostoy discussed anti-Semitism and the Israel-Hamas conflict. A, you're a black, and B, you're gay. Mark said you're turning your back against the people who support you. Margulies apologized follows similar remarks from fellow actress Susan Sarandon, who says she regrets diminishing the history of anti-Semitism during remarks at a recent pro-Palestinian rally. All right, now I can tell you this. This is what happens when we mind our own business. People end up shooting themselves in the foot or sticking their foot in their fucking mouth. Let's keep this energy to our FBA family. Let's worry about what matters most. Let's not get into the back and forth with other racial groups about things that are not our business, and we have no dog in those fights, and there are no needs for us to be getting all up in arms and fighting each other and fighting with other racial groups about their business and are their intercivil racial conflicts that are going on. That's not our business. And we don't have a dog in that fight. And what we need to start doing is replacing the system of racism, white supremacy, and establishing a system of justice, meaning the racial group that needs the most constructive help receives the most constructive help. This is not about being anti-Semitic. This is not about spewing slanderous venom towards other racial groups. This is not about making fun of other racial groups. This is about uplifting foundational Black American culture and having intrinsic value in what we have contributed to this country. This is about being on the same team and understanding the principles and concepts that our ancestors have bestowed upon us. That's what it's about. This is what happens when you mind your own business. People stick their foot in their mouths, and then guess what? They end up having to be the one to apologize. And I am so proud of our native Black/FBA family for sticking to what matters most, and that is what? Replacing the system of racism, white supremacy, and establishing a system of justice. That's what it's about. And you notice everybody's getting all upset because we won't participate in other racial matters. And then what people like to do is bring up the great Martin Luther King. But it is the dominant society who built Martin Luther King up in their image, and when they didn't like his oppositional mentality about reparations and giving it to foundational Black Americans, because that's what we are owed, they killed him. So I don't want to hear that. Motherfuckers want to use motherfuckers want to use the J. Edgar Hoover tactics once we're oppositional to their belief system. And we got to understand that. And the reason why I'm talking about this today is because I'm so proud of our family for us just sticking to replacing this system of racism and white supremacy and establishing a system of justice. You know, so I'm going to keep saying that because we have to get into the habit of saying that. When people be like, "What do you know what? It's a sad situation watching the Israel and Palestine situation, but that is not my business. I'm worried about replacing the system of racism and white supremacy and establishing a system of justice." What does that mean? Meaning the racial group that needs the most constructive help receives the most constructive help. That's what it means. That's what it means. And that's it. And you say, "Warren, why do you keep saying that?" Because they want to pull us. See, Foundation of Black Americans is going to understand how we get used as distractions. See, if FBA people just start jumping into this battle, we're going to lose our momentum of replacing this system of racism and white supremacy and establishing a system of justice and receiving reparations, because that's where the benign neglect comes in. They want us to fight everybody else's battle but our own. When we start fighting our battles, when we start staying out of other people's businesses and other racial groups' businesses, and worried about foundational Black American businesses or native Black businesses, then I think we'll be a better people. That's just me. We don't need to be worried about everybody, especially other racial matters. Well, you say, "Well, Warren, why are you saying that?" I am saying this because I feel like this is the best thing for us. Why do you think it's the best thing for us? Because think about it. If we are fighting to replace the system of racism and white supremacy, right? And we're trying to establish a system of justice, right? Let's just hypothetically, we're trying to establish a system of justice. If we go around trying to clean up everybody else's racial matters and not focusing on our own first, then how could we be taken serious as a people? I'm gonna ask you that again. You know, the reason why I think it's interesting, you have people like Michael Rappaport. See, Michael Rappaport, I've never really been a big fan of his, but I really lost all the respect when he did that documentary on the Tribe Called Quest, and he started airing out their dirty laundry. And what's so funny is you don't never get to air out other racial groups' dirty laundry, but he did a good job of doing that between Q-Tip and F***. And I think that's just something that I think we got to pay attention to. What should we be worried about now? What we should be worried about, we should be worried about focusing on what matters most. What matters most? Reparations, racial equality, not minority equality, racial equality. Making sure that we can get the pick of the litter when it comes to the loans and buying the homes. And that other racial groups, especially immigrants, come over here, they get better loans, better things than us. And that is not their fault. That is done by design to make Foundation of Black Americans or Native Blacks permanent underclass. And those are just the things that we need to worry about. You start thinking, you really do. You start thinking like, damn, this is, at first you're like, damn, man, maybe we should say something. No, when you don't say anything, sometimes it makes people wonder, well, why did they say anything? Why didn't I say anything? Because it's not our business. Let me tell you something. It is hard for black folk to mind their own business, because really, we're the progenitors of this country. We built this country for free without repayment. So we can say whatever we want to say about any other racial group that's over here, but that is just not what we need to be doing right now. We don't need people losing their employment and getting deals taken away from them for saying the wrong things. What we need is for people to stand together in public and disagree in private. All the attack on FBA men or Native blacks, as Dr. Clyde Anderson calls it, and we sitting up here fighting other people's battles. No. And if we have all this money to send to all these different wars across the world, then we have the financial stability to give foundational Black Americans reparations that is owed to us for building this country for free without repayment. And that's all that I'm worried about. You say, well, that's wrong, Warren. You should be worried about it. And I'm going to give you two reasons why we should mind our own business. Fred Hampton and Martin Luther King. The assassination was orchestrated by yours truly, J. Edgar Hoover, and the disruption and sowing the discord of the Black Panther was J. Edgar Hoover. And the assassination, the organization behind it, and I would say the progenitors and architects behind the assassination of Martin Luther King was J. Edgar Hoover. So it was the dominant society who orchestrated the assassination of Martin Luther King, and we're supposed to be jumping into everybody else's racial matters? No. We have to worry about our own racial matters. And there's no disrespect to the dominant society or our white Jewish brothers and sisters, but this is just something, this is a fight that we don't have a dog in that fight, and we can't jump into that fight because we have no knowledge of that right now, because we are trying to study and understand foundational Black Americans in this country and what we've contributed and what is owed to us. And this is not about being disrespectful to any other racial group. This is about us focusing on our racial group and focusing on who we need to vote for or not need to vote for. Focusing on things that matters most to us as a group, as Dr. Clyde Anderson so eloquently points out. David from Long Compromise, you know that. Go check out this podcast, man. We talk about it all the time, man. We need to really focus on what we got going on. You know, translation. You know when you go to the job, you see all this drama going on at the job. Most niggas go away from the drama and go right to their cubicle and sit down to their job and try to get the fuck home. Why is it we do that? Because we got a paycheck that we need to earn, and we got family we need to take care of, and we don't have time to be jeopardizing our job. Other racial groups can go get jobs quick and in a hurry. Foundational Black Americans cannot. So we have to go and focus on what matters most. That's why when we go to these corn plantations, we are quiet as a church mouse. We don't say shit. We're slow to speak, eager to hear. And after we do that, we get the fuck on. We do our 8 and skate. We don't do no bumping our guns with everybody. I don't do that, none of that shit. Fuck all that. Motherfucker try to come up to me, hey, Warren, did you hear this? Man, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I remember I was going to work, I had earphones on, and I wasn't even listening to no damn music. Just so people would leave you the fuck alone. Because I didn't want to hear no drama. Don't you get tired of that shit? You go to work every day and then somebody telling you some drama or reaching out to you. Oh my God, such. No. Get away from that shit. You say, well, why would you say get away from that? Because you don't even know what look, remember that game Hot Potato? Well, you'll be holding the hot potato. And everybody else still had their job and your ass to be fired about that motherfucker. That's why you mind your own fucking business. That's what you do. It's called decorum, ladies and gentlemen. It's called minding your own business, staying out the way, slow to speak, eager to hear. Motherfucker, that's what that used to piss me off about niggas. You get at the job, man, I work with a nigga. You at the job, as soon as you come walk in the job, he want to put you to the side gossiping. Like, nigga, get off. First of all, you a man. God damn. And then second of all, like, nigga, why'd you run to me telling me something every fucking day, man? Get the fuck out of here. I just got tired of that shit. And I was very, very shocked with black folk at that moment. I'm like, damn, man. Now, black folk, y'all know y'all be the first ones to get fired. You want to come to the job, be running your goddamn mouth the whole goddamn time. Not me. Like I said, I had earphones in my ear, and I wasn't even listening to no music. It was silence. I was just doing that shit so motherfuckers could leave me the fuck alone. Man. And look, it worked. This actress had to apologize to the black community because black folks didn't fucking react and ain't jumping into it, ain't doing no Marcus Lemoyne Hill. You know what I mean? Nah, let them motherfuckers jump out there and go do that sucker shit. You stay the fuck out of it. We don't need people losing their jobs and offending people at work because you want to choose a side. When they say, well, what do you think about this? Say, I'm trying to replace the system of racism and white supremacy, and I'm trying to establish a system of justice. That's all you say. Don't get into no back and forth with these motherfuckers. For what? You ain't gonna win no gold medal. You see how they did Sha'Carri Richardson. They was talking all that shit. Them other racial groups was talking all that shit about Sha'Carri Richardson when she was losing. Then she started kicking everybody's asses. Then everybody want to smile with her and shake hands with her and stuff. Man, get the fuck up off her. Man. Remember this, man. Go check out this article. Not to go into work and talk about it and get yourself in some trouble, but to say, wow, man, us minding our own business is getting us progress. Because the next thing we about to do is not vote for a motherfucker. And then when motherfucking Donald Trump win, then them Democrats next go around gonna be like, okay, we'll look into reparations. No, we're demanding reparations. Then when motherfuckers like, oh, well, then we just won't vote for y'all then. Because for some sort of reason, they need the black vote. So since they need the motherfucking black vote, you better, that's a bargaining tool, a bargaining chip. As Dr. Claude Anderson teaches, we lease or rent these politicians. So if you don't do what we want you to do, then we'll just vote you the fuck out and get somebody else in there that's going to do our bidding. Vote your interests. Don't vote who you like. These are politicians. They conform to whatever you want them to be in the first place. God damn. We're proud of our FBA brothers and sisters because we've stayed out of this dogfight, and now people are pissed because they want to use MLK and use all kinds of different tricks and strategies to bait us into getting involved in this bullshit, and we still won't bite. That's why I don't respond to Michael Rappaport. Michael Rappaport might have a mental block. He might have a mental problem. That's all that is. Just ignore him, but not neglect him. It's like he's not even a factor. Nobody be looking at him. Michael Rappaport look about 80 years old. Michael Rappaport looked just like Victor on Underworld. Now go look up Victor in Underworld. That's Michael Rappaport. Victor in Underworld. Go Google it right now as I speak. Google Victor in the movie The Underworld. That's Michael Rappaport. Oh, look at motherfucker. He look about 85 years old. I am so fucking sick of people, because just don't even listen to him. He's a time wasting mechanism. He's just wasting time. Ain't nobody paying attention to him. Don't let these motherfuckers bait you into doing some sucker shit. You do what matters most. Replace the system of racism and white supremacy and establish a system of justice. That's it. Get involved with all this bullshit at work and let them get you sidetracked. If these motherfuckers ain't talking about reparations, and these motherfuckers ain't talking about a specific agenda for black folk, get the fuck out their face and keep it moving. And that's it. Don't let them bait you to, oh, you racist on that? Right, okay. Well, what do you guys need reparations for? And then you say it's the same thing that every other racial group that get reparations from the United States of America needed for. How everybody else getting reparations but black folk? We built the country and everybody else getting the money. So stop. No, they think reparations is acknowledging that we were slaves and we built this country free. Man, fuck all that acknowledging shit. Give us the goddamn money. I want the cash money. Fuck all that other sucker shit. Now go check out this story, man, and I will holler at y'all on Tuesday. Guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace.
In my last cigarette, I'ma treat you like. In my last cigarette, I'ma treat you like.
Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another